Ever noticed how your Italian partner lights up when you say even one word in Italian? It's not just the accent, it's the emotion behind the language. But here's the best part. You don't have to be fluent to speak Italian with your partner. So in this video, I'll share 20 easy Italian phrases that you can use today that will surprise your partner, spark connection, and make them feel truly special, even if you're a total beginner. And don't worry about taking notes, I've done all that hard work for you. To help you to practice everything that you're about to learn here today, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet with all the vocabulary and examples from this lesson. Just click on the link in the description below this video. Pronti? Iniziamo! Now, when you want to make your Italian partner melt, nothing beats a few words that go straight to the heart. Phrase number 1 is a classic that turns any moment into pure romance. It is
Amore mio.
Now, this literally means my love, but it means so much more than that. When you call your partner amore mio, you're not just saying you love them, you're claiming them as your one and only in the sweetest possible way. Picture this, your Italian partner walks in after a long day, looking a bit tired. You smile, open your arms and say, amore mio. Instantly, you see that can't stop smiling look of love. Now, to make it even more special, try saying,
Amore mio bellissimo.
my beautiful love, or
Amore mio dolce.
my sweet love. Now, you don't need a special occasion. These little words turn everyday moments into something unforgettable. So try it tonight. See if you can get that adorable grin. Phrase number 2 is
Tesoro, come stai?
This literally means treasure. How are you? Now, who doesn't want to be called a treasure? Now, tesoro is one of the sweetest, most common terms of endearment in Italian, like saying darling or sweetheart in English. Just pair it with come stai? How are you? And you have a super tender way to check in on your partner. Perfect for those moments when they're tired, feeling a bit under the weather, or just look like they need some extra cuddles. Coming in at number 3, we have one of the most heart-tugging Italian phrases. It is
Mi manchi.
literally, you are missing to me. In other words, I miss you. Now here's the thing. If you're an English speaker, your brain wants to say, I miss you, right? But in Italian, it's flipped. Imagine you're texting your partner late at night. You type in mi manchi. What you're really saying is, you are missing from me. It's like your heart is a puzzle and they're the missing piece. Now here's what most learners trip up on. In Italian, you don't do the missing. The missing happens to you. So if your partner's flying off for the week, don't say ti manco unless you want to say you miss me. This is a bit awkward unless you're fishing for compliments. So next time you want to tug at those heartstrings, just remember mi manchi means you're the one left behind, pining away. Now it's your turn to use it. Think of someone you haven't seen in a while. Send them a quick mi manchi and see if you get a smiley face or maybe even a plane ticket in return. This next phrase is all about complimenting, and who doesn't love those? In Italian, there's an easy way to make someone feel like $1,000,000. If you want to do that, just say,
Sei bellissima, bellissimo.
This literally means you are beautiful or handsome. Everyone loves a compliment, but dropping a well-timed sei bellissimo, bellissima is a serious confidence booster. This phrase doesn't require a specific occasion. In fact, it works best when you say it completely out of the blue. For example, you catch their eyes across the kitchen while they're desperately stirring the risotto or covered in flour, and you softly whisper,
Sei bellissimo, amore mio.
Trust me, it'll make them grin ear to ear and feel all the butterflies. The next Italian phrase is
Stai benissimo.
literally, you look great. Now, while saying sei bellissimo, bellissima is more about your partner's physical attractiveness, saying stai benissimo is a compliment focused on how they look in a specific moment. The verb stare refers to being in or feeling a particular condition. You can use this phrase when you want to compliment a new outfit, a great haircut, or how they look in those new glasses. For example, use it the moment they step out of the bedroom, ready for date night. You'll see their confidence instantly jump. The next phrase is
Grazie per tutto quello che fai.
literally, thank you for everything you do. Now, sometimes you don't need grand speeches or gestures, just something simple and direct and deeply meaningful that acknowledges the effort your partner puts in every single day. Saying grazie per tutto quello che fai is a great phrase for exactly this. Use it to show your appreciation when your partner goes out of their way to make your day easier or simply handles life like the superstar that they are. It's not an over-the-top compliment, but it speaks volumes. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to in the description below this video. Okay, now let's spice things up a bit with Italian phrases that are perfect for adding a flirty, playful, or even cheeky vibe to your couple conversations. The first one is,
Mi fai impazzire.
literally, you make me go crazy. Now, this phrase is pure chemistry in just 3 words. Said with a warm, flirty tone, it tells your partner that they drive you wild in the best, most irresistible way. It's the kind of phrase guaranteed to make your Italian partner immediately pull you closer, but the tone you use changes everything. So if you say it sounding annoyed or stressed, the meaning flips to the negative, more like you're driving me crazy in an exasperated way. The next phrase that you can use is
Dammi un bacio.
literally, give me a kiss. I love this phrase because it gets straight to the point, but in such a sweet, natural way that Italians use a lot. You can say it at any time, no matter what you're doing. Rushing out the door, cooking pasta, scrolling on your phone. Just turn your head and say,
Ehi, dammi un bacio.
hey, give me a kiss. It's a nice way to break any tension too. The next Italian phrase that you can use with your partner is
Non so resisterti.
I can't resist you. Now, this is another beautiful, flirty phrase for those moments when you are completely and utterly under your partner's spell. Whatever they do, you just find it irresistible. Another Italian phrase that you can use is
Ho voglia di te.
literally, I have desire for you. In other words, I want you. Now, this is where the temperature rises. Saying ho voglia di te is the kind of thing you say when you physically want your partner. And I don't mean in a cute, cuddly way. It's incredibly steamy, and you can say it when you're sharing a quiet moment and the chemistry is impossible to ignore. Or send it as a provocative text if you like. They will absolutely love and appreciate the directness, I'm sure. Now let's take a look at different phrases that you can use to handle those everyday situations as a team. These are perfect for navigating the little everyday moments as a couple. This next phrase is super common. It is
Ti va di?
literally, does it go for you? In other words, do you feel like? Now, this is one of the most useful conversational Italian phrases that you can use when you want to ask your partner to do something without sounding bossy or pushy. In English, we often use flat phrases like let's go, but in Italian, you explore their mood first. Ti va di is an Italian phrase that works for anything from planning a date night to just grabbing some snacks and sitting on the couch. For example, you can say,
Ti va di andare al cinema stasera?
do you feel like going to the cinema tonight? Or,
Ti va di mangiare una pizza?
want to get a pizza? The next Italian phrase is perfect if you want to reassure your partner. It is
Andrà tutto bene.
meaning everything will be fine. When life gets tough and problems pile up, offering a little reassurance in Italian shows your partner that you're right there with them, acting as their anchor. This is the perfect phrase to use to do just that. The next Italian phrase is,
Ti preparo qualcosa?
shall I prepare something for you? Now, if there's one universal truth about Italians, it's that food equals love. A way to a person's heart is their stomach, right? So when you ask your Italian partner, ti preparo qualcosa, you're not just offering a snack, you're expressing how much you care about them. And if you really want to sound Italian, try pairing it with,
Hai mangiato? Ti preparo qualcosa?
did you eat? This combo is pure Italianness. The next Italian phrase that you can use with your partner is,
Tranquillo, tranquilla, ci penso io.
I love this one. It basically means, don't worry, I'll think about it. In other words, don't worry, I've got this. Now imagine your partner is panicking about a tricky problem or a stressful situation. If you step in and say this phrase, you're offering instant comfort, making them feel protected and cared for. If you're having a discussion with your partner, you can say this next phrase, which is,
Hai ragione.
literally, you're right. Now, sometimes you just have to admit to your partner that they are right, and it can end a silly argument, even when you secretly think they might be a little wrong. Saying hai ragione is the ultimate white flag to keep the peace. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which I've shared a link to in the description below this video. Now let's take a look at some Italian phrases that you can use for those real-life couple moments. The jokes, the teasing, the light bickering, and all the normal everyday things that make you feel close and connected. Try this first phrase, which is,
Amore mio, sei pronto? Pronta?
this literally means, my love, are you ready? You know those moments when you're standing by the door ready to go and your partner is still wandering back and forth between the bathroom and the bedroom? That is the perfect time to say, Amore mio, sei pronto? Pronta. It's a playful tease full of love and just the right amount of impatience too. The next Italian phrase you can use is,
Cosa faresti senza di me?
this literally means, what would you do without me? Now this is the perfect phrase to use for those moments when you want to brag a little, but in the cutest, most playful way. Basically, you're giving your partner a little reminder that they're a pretty big deal in your life. Their reaction? Probably a mix of an eye roll and a sneaky smile that says, you're right. Here's a classic example of how to use it.
Dove hai messo le chiavi?
Where did I put the keys? And then when you hand it to them, you say,
Eccole qua. Cosa faresti senza di me?
here they are. What would you do without me? Now, if you want your partner to stop doing something, you must use this phrase, which is,
Smettila.
meaning stop it. On paper, this Italian phrase sounds a bit bossy, and sure, if you're genuinely annoyed, it can be. But in couple talk, saying smettila is often playful or teasing. It's like saying stop it, when actually you mean please don't ever stop. For example, if your partner compliments you, like what we saw earlier, by saying things like sei bellissimo or bellissima, or stai benissimo, and you want to act a little shy but secretly love the attention, you can say,
Adoro quando sorridi.
I love it when you smile.
Smettila, mi fai arrossire.
Stop it, you're making me blush. Now you can also make it a bit more emphatic by adding a simple ma, but at the start, and say, ma smettila. This turns it into more dramatic, stop it. Perfect for when your partner says something super sweet or flattering and you want to pretend to protest while really soaking it all in. Take a look at this example.
Come fai a essere così bella appena sveglia?
How are you so beautiful first thing in the morning?
Ma smettila, guarda che capelli.
Stop it, look at my hair. The next Italian phrase is one of my favorites. It is,
Abbracciami.
literally meaning hug me. This is a beautiful word for those little everyday moments when you just need a bit of a squeeze. It could be a rough day or a long, stressful flight, or honestly, just because you feel like it. And saying it in Italian will make it pretty much impossible for your partner to resist the urge to drop everything and comply. Now, if you want to make it extra resistible, open your arms wide and say,
Abbracciami forte.
hug me tight, to ask for the biggest, coziest squeeze. The next Italian phrase is,
Dai, non fare così.
literally, come on, don't do it like that, or don't be that way. This phrase is the Italian equivalent of saying, come on, don't be like that, and it can be used in all kinds of everyday situations. For example, when your partner is a bit moody or uncooperative, you can say,
Non voglio venire da tua madre.
I don't want to go to your mum's.
Dai, non fare così. Lo sai che ci tiene.
Come on, don't be like that. You know she cares. Or when you want to soften the moment and reassure them when they're stressed, you can say,
E adesso cosa faccio?
And now what do I do?
Dai, non fare così, ti aiuto io.
Come on, don't worry, I'll help you. Or if they're giving you the silent treatment, aka il muso in Italiano, literally the face, you can say it as well.
Non parli più?
You're not talking to me anymore.
Dai, non fare così. Ho detto che mi dispiace.
Come on, don't be like that. I said I'm sorry. You can also use small variations like
E dai, non fare così.
or
Su, dai, non fare così.
for a bit more emphasis. Now, using all of these phrases will make your Italian partner smile with love and pride. But what most learners don't realize is that the real challenge isn't in knowing what to say, it's being able to say it naturally in the moment without freezing or translating in your head. That's why you should watch this video here. This is where I explain exactly why you can understand more Italian than you can actually say, and how to finally fix it so real conversations with your partner feel easy and natural.